Welcome to the Wedding Potluck, a wedding planning podcast about navigating the ups and downs of wedding planning and marriage. Hosted by wedding industry pros, Belinda, owner of Sovereign Bee, an event planning company with a roster of A-list celebrities, and Christian, aka DJ Menace, owner of an award-winning wedding entertainment company for over 10 years, along with special guests ranging from wedding vendors to real-life couples.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Potluck. We're so happy to have you here. My name is Christian, aka DJ Menace, if you're tuning in for the first time, alongside none other than
Queen Bee.
Belinda
from Sovereign Bee. So as I was saying, I don't know if he's going to cut this part off, but now that he started his intro, he can't cut it off anymore. Christian has his wedding ring on, his band. And I'm like, oh, wow, I don't think I've ever seen your band. And then I recall that he just came back from a trip. Where were you DJing at?
I was DJing in Florida.
In Florida, on a beach, right? Somewhere?
Close.
Close enough to a beach.
Yeah,
there was
walking distance, probably, yeah.
There was attractive people on the beach, right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't look.
Because you didn't go.
I don't look.
But is that why they made you put on your wedding ring?
I put it on from time. It's a little bit
I never
bulky.
see it at any of the gigs.
If you're watching on YouTube, it's a little big.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's a little thicker than most. So, you know, I lift heavy DJ equipment and I work out.
So you don't want to damage it.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to.
So you didn't have to lift any equipment in Florida?
No, I didn't. Actually, when I travel, I have people set up for me. I just show up with my laptop.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I
so
like it.
Speaking of wedding rings, let's just get into it because I've been dying. Christian is avoiding this topic, and I'm like, I want to speak about it.
Because I don't know what she's going to say. Well, I do, but
You do know what I'm going to say. Oh, but you don't know how I'm going to approach it. So one of the biggest F-ups that I've ever had in history was Christian's wedding.
And that's technically how we met.
No, that's how we met. We met
pretty much. We met because you were my wedding planner.
Oh yes, correct.
The moral of the story,
yes.
We met because you were for the wedding.
Yeah. So I had just become incorporated. I was incorporated in 2018. I always just freelanced as a planner, and I had to do a really big gig, and I was asked to please incorporate my business, right? So I did. And then shortly after, I was introduced to Christian. Where am I looking? I don't even know where I'm looking today. The camera's over here. See, I'm a radio person, not a camera person.
It's okay. For the listeners, you don't have to worry. But for the viewers on YouTube, look up everything.
So I was introduced to Christian, and they gave me to him as a gift.
Yes. So
I was a gift.
Belinda's services were gifted to me by one of my best men from my wedding. And he was like, hey, I'm your best man. I want to give you something good, something you can use. Here is the wedding planner of wedding planners. I'm like, I don't know.
And back then, I was not the wedding planners of wedding planners. I was just a planner, needless to say, right? So, continue.
So, I met Belinda.
That day was crazy.
Let's talk about how we met. We met before that. We went through some planning stuff. She sent like a detailed PDF proposal. I'm like, okay, maybe she does know what's going on, what she's doing. I had heard about a lot of your celebrity background.
I did know what I was doing.
I'm a little scarred from before. So in my experience of working with wedding planners for a long time, I didn't have great wedding planner experiences. Okay. However, I do feel that the times have changed. Wedding planners and their way and their style of doing things have changed. So potentially that's what's made it better. But I used to have like a lot of very negative wedding planner experiences. So I gave it a chance.
And then I come to reinforce his pensamiento. How do you say that in English? To reinforce your thinking.
My thought process.
To reinforce. So he didn't like planners, and he really wasn't going to like me that day either. But continue.
So we got through the wedding planning. We had a few meetings. You came to my office, right? One time.
I came to your office. I came to your house.
Yeah. You were there for the rehearsal. You came to the rehearsal. Remember, we did the outdoor rehearsal.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was cracking the whip then.
Yeah. He got married on the hottest day of that year.
Yes. It was literally
112.
A heat wave to the point of we couldn't have an outdoor ceremony, anything. My grandma would have.
Your wife wanted to have an outdoor ceremony.
Yeah. She was very.
She was adamant about that.
It was much nicer outside.
It was gorgeous outside, but it was 112.
Yeah, we would have died. Everybody
would have died. Her eyelashes would have melted.
Unfair to the guests as well. And, even
and your grandmother
and my grandmother.
Right.
I think that
was the ultimate person who decided
Abuelita's not gonna
make it outside, so we're gonna do it inside for Abuelita.
Right. So yeah, I think the day overall was going pretty well. We had a hotel right next door, so we were getting ready. The girl, Belinda, was taking care of the ladies, right? More or less.
Yeah, and you
and me, she was.
Because Christian looked like crap that day.
Yeah. Well,
it was your DJ company that did the wedding, right?
Correct. So I was still managing some of the back end stuff, and I was up late the night before, like doing, I don't know, little things like getting tip envelopes ready and so on and so forth. Because with my wedding experience, I knew I had to get these things done, but the sacrifice was me not getting any sleep. But so yeah, I got there very tired, probably a few bags under my eyes, and Belinda was like, "Give me your phone."
I took his phone and I took his hotel key.
Yeah.
And I took one of the groomsmen's hotel keys and I'm like, give me your hotel key. They're like, for what? Just give it to me. And I took it and I swapped it with Christian, gave him that room number. And I'm like, you're going to go to that room and I'm going to take your phone.
And she forced me to go to sleep.
And I forced him to go to sleep at least for an hour, right?
Yeah. I wrote my vows during that time. I don't know if you knew that story.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did know you wrote your vows.
I did write my vows. But then I did lay down for a little bit and try to chill and took a shower.
You looked a little bit more refreshed when we saw you after that.
It was helpful. I like that. I like that you pushed me to do that.
Okay, well, let's continue.
Didn't my wife try to get in contact with me that day?
Yeah. So the first thing that happened when you were about to go do something, it was you had to pick up, you were going on your honeymoon the next morning.
Correct. We were going to Bali.
And you needed some kind of medication, but the medication wasn't transferred from your pharmacy by your house to the pharmacy here.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That's why I took because I was like, you are not going out to look for anything else.
I forgot about that.
And then on top of that, the veil went missing.
Yes.
So there's a veil missing. There was medication to be picked up. And I'm like, this boy needs to go to sleep before he's the one that has to go around and get everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I hid you.
Yeah.
So everybody else can figure it out. Because there was a bunch of people sitting there doing nothing. We're not going to mention their names. Yeah. But there was people that could have done it. So that's why you went away.
Yes.
And in that process, your wife now was calling you.
Yeah.
She was like, I keep on calling Christian and he's not answering the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, because I have his phone.
Yeah, I took his phone.
I was like, I took his phone. She was like, what? I was like, I have it right here.
Yep.
Oh, that was a sovereign B move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that was a little warm up.
That was a little warm up. Okay, so I took his phone. He went to sleep. She was writing his vows. He was writing his vows at the same time. Yeah. Why people wait till the day of to write your vows is beyond me. Yeah. Like, you both should have had your vows.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Right? It's not. It's just...
I'm a pretty decent writer, but yeah.
Yeah. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend
it. And you saved my...
I'm good at improv.
Can I curse?
I mean...
You saved my fuck up. Yeah. Like, big time. Like, I think you saved it, although your wife didn't think you saved it, but I felt like when I listened to it, I'm like, he saved it.
Yeah, I definitely...
He did me a solid.
A little tension in the room went down.
No, there was no tension in the room. Mm. Nobody knew.
Well, the tension that mattered.
Yeah. Your wife. Yeah. Okay.
That was enough to fill the room. That was enough to fill the room.
Okay. So, oh my God, that day. Yo, I don't even want to remember that day. I think I want to cry every time I think about that day. Anyway. So they're writing their vows. And I think I said before, I told Jennifer, not you, but I told her, I was like, I don't have anywhere to make copies for vows. I'm not doing that the day of. Like, anything copies and stuff, you're going to have to figure it out, send it to the office or whatever. So she sent it to the office.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, and I don't even think you know this story. So the office, I told them to make 2 copies of each. You got to give me paper. Give me 2 sheets of paper. I need paper.
I don't have no paper down here.
Just give me that clipboard.
Okay.
So if any of you have ever worked in offices, right? When they make copies of different things, one goes horizontal and then the other one goes vertically. Right? Like when they give you the papers, you worked in a school.
Like a scanning copy?
No, when they make copies of stuff. So like, let's say this is page 1. So page 1, they'll give you, here's 2 copies of page 1. Mm-hmm. And then you got page 2. So you put like a cross.
Right. Okay. So you don't confuse.
Explain that in English for people.
So pretty much she's just saying that they're staggered on top of each other.
Staggered. There you go.
So you don't mix up the different pages.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So they were supposed to give me 2 of each. So one of her vows, it was one paper was her vows, 2 copies, and the other paper was the letter she wrote to Christian. She wrote a letter.
Like the private letter that sometimes you read the day of your wedding. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
No.
Oh,
I did.
Oh, okay.
When she gave me like a gift.
Yeah, she gave me a gift, right?
A
gift and letter. So what I did was, I took the top copy of each and I put it in my book, in my little planner book.
Okay.
That I carry around that day. Okay. So I punched holes. I put it in just in case something happened. We had a second copy.
Look at you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Look at you. Look at you is exactly what I thought. So then I took the letter. I put the letter inside the envelope. Didn't read it. I just saw the one top was a letter. Yeah. It's a letter. I folded it. I put it inside the envelope inside your gift. Made sure it got to your room. Mm-hmm. And then I never read the second one, assuming that it was the vows. And I folded the vows. And I gave it to her.
I don't even think I ever heard this part of the story.
No, because nobody knows the story. Everybody got so upset that I was like, I didn't even get a chance to explain, right? So, okay, put that back. Okay, so then we go on our way. Nobody read this stuff again. Everybody walks down the aisle. I usually do not stay in ceremony. So as soon as the bride starts walking down the aisle, I leave and I go to cocktail hour to start getting everything situated there and leave my team inside. Thank goodness that day my sister was one of my team members, because I think my sister knows how to read crowds well and she knows me and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. When it got to the point of Jennifer reading her vows, she opens up the paper and she stopped. And my sister at that point ran and screamed my name outside and said, Belinda.
So when you say Jennifer, you're referring to my wife?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, because you have a Jennifer on your team. Yeah, Jennifer's my wife's name. Yeah, So Jennifer, my wife, started reading her vows and then stopped like after a sentence or two.
No, she didn't even.
No, she started reading.
Oh, she started. Yeah, she started reading. She started reading. She stopped. Right.
Yeah.
That's when my sister noticed. Mm-hmm. Right. So my sister called, and the cocktail room wasn't that far from where the reception was. So she called me, and of course I had my book in my hand, so I grabbed my book and I run. She's like, something's wrong. This all happened in a matter of a minute and a half. It was like crazy. I feel like it was a movie, right? She was like, I don't think those are her vows. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I said, I have another copy here.
Yeah.
So I opened the book, I ripped out the paper, right? And I gave it and they passed it down and your best man passed it to you to pass to her.
Right.
Then when she read them, she thought that wasn't her vows either, but they were. And I was like, no, these are the vows, right? So she read the vows. She went through with the vows. And then you could tell she was pissed, right? So, but then Christian comes in and he saves the freaking day, right? So he says, he opens his vows and I remember like it was yesterday. He opens his vows and he goes, oh man, these aren't my vows either. She did not find that funny. So although I think you said
the room
found it funny. The room laughed, right? So it was hilarious. It was like, well, it wasn't hilarious. I'm not saying that.
We've been married for almost 4 years.
Yeah. Well, I think she's over it now.
I don't know.
I'm in your house.
Forgive and forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. She forgave you. I don't know if she forgot it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. She's forgiven. Okay. So they read the vows, whatever, right? They finish and, happily ever after and they get married, whatever.
You walk out.
She was mad. She wasn't talking to me for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
She didn't talk to me. At one point I had to put her lipstick on and I was like, you're going to have to talk to me.
Yeah. But even like during the cocktail, do you remember I think Vivian was there. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if you came. So after the ceremony, we walked out to have a little private time. Our cocktail.
It wasn't me.
Cocktail hour food was sent to the bridal suite where we sat to just try to have a moment. And she was not
Vivian was there. Yeah.
She was not. My wife was not feeling it at the moment.
She was really upset.
And I had to give her a little pep talk.
And then Alex came and tried to save me too.
Oh, wow.
Your friend Alex.
Yes. After the fact. But yeah, I gave her a little pep talk saying like, hey, look, we're here now. Whatever happened. It's either we enjoy the rest of the day or you just sit here and just try to think of, how that little moment in time didn't go your way. And then we're not going to enjoy the rest of the night. So I think she took a little bit of my advice.
You should really be a therapist because you're like when you speak, you're so calm. I want to see you upset.
Yeah, everybody gets upset.
I know, but how are you when you get upset? Like, don't do that again.
No,
you scream. Okay, well, let's not get. That's nothing to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we finish. She's basically doesn't want to speak to me the rest of the day. So of course I sent my team member. I'm not going to aggravate her even more so, right? Okay. So I just sent the team to keep on talking to her. So the team would go up to her and tell her whatever she needed. And at one point, I was the only one that could do her makeup at that point. And I was like, I don't know if I grabbed her, but I was like, I tapped her and I'm like, you're going to have to let me put on your makeup because you look like crap. You need makeup on your face right now. You need some lipstick for pictures.
Okay.
And she was like this.
I wasn't there, so I didn't know about that. She fucking up her lips. She was like, put it on. I guess. Wow.
Okay.
What a day.
So then now they had this genius idea, or should I say Christian had this genius idea to bring his wife White Castles because that was the late party snack.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, oh, we got to get her White Castles. We got to get her White Castles. So to my luck, we ordered the White Castles. We got there. There was about 20 cars online. I had to pay the guy $100 to get my White Castle order faster than all those people. Because I was like, I cannot mess up twice tonight. I'm like, I was like sweating. I was with my little sister and we were sweating. I'm like, oh my God, why aren't these ready? Why aren't these 100 cheeseburgers ready? And they were literally doing them. When we got, like, it was crazy. And there was all these cars. And I just cut and I'm like, well, I'm going to have to give money. So I just gave I slipped the guy. I'm like, I need these burgers now.
Wow. I didn't know this story either.
So I show up with the burgers. And I think she's like the third person that sees me with the burgers, dude. Her face lit up.
That made her night.
Yo,
she was happy about those burgers.
Her face lit up when she's like,
yeah. She still talks about
White Castles?
Yeah.
Who got these White Castles? I said, Christian got those White Castles. She was like, took like a whole stack and left. She didn't look at me. Took the stack, left. At this point, I was done with the day and I didn't even think
you took my money.
I think I was about to lose my shit. I was like so upset at myself that I had fucked up. I was like, it was horrible. And then Christian, the tips started coming out. I think you gave it to your best man to give the tips, right?
Yeah, I gave it to my best man.
He gave the best, and then he was looking for somebody, so one of the vendors, and he said, hey, I have the tips. I'm looking for so-and-so. He's not here, whatever. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I think he's over there, whatever. I'll take it to him. And then he was giving me the tip, and I was like, no, I'm not going to take it. And then he was like, no, take it. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to take it. And then somehow he came with the money. You came to me the money. Yeah. I guess your friend told he's your cousin, right?
My cousin.
Your cousin. I love him.
Alejandro,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a cutie too.
Yeah, he was my best man too.
Yeah, so Alejandro came to you, whatever, gave you the money. You came up to me, and I was like, no, it's okay. I messed up. You know, I like messed up your wedding. I'm like, I don't want to take it. And do you remember what you said to me?
Not word for word, but pretty much. Okay, I mentioned something about,
and I'm gonna cry,
saying, "Hey, look, we're in an industry where we can't always make everybody happy, and you do your best, and kind of just saying like, hey, we're all gonna make mistakes, and the best thing that you got to do is know that maybe like you tried your best, and kind of have to put it in the past and be able to move on. I mean." Once again, I don't know if I said it word for word.
You said it. That's very close because I remember. Yes, and you said the work you've done so far doesn't take away from this situation.
Yeah, because you did a lot of good things.
I know I did a lot of freaking good things. Anyway,
yeah.
Right? So I swear that day I told my sister I'm gonna quit. I'm not gonna be a wedding planner anymore. I swear to God. I was like, before you talked to me, I was like, I'm done. I was like, I can't do this. This is like too much for me. Like, I just ruined this girl's freaking wedding. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. She was like, it's just one thing. You need to calm down. My sister's crazy.
Right.
She's like, just calm down. Just calm down. You're both overreacting. You and the bride. You're both overreacting.
That's my
sister. That was my sister, right?
Yeah.
And then he said that to me. And I was like, wow. I'm like, he doesn't hate me.
No. Because I know how it is. And from a side note, in general, we're in a society where we could do a million things right. And the one thing you do wrong, that's what everybody wants to talk about. So I try to look at the situation and say, man, like you did so many things good that day. You were busting your ass, running around. You were kind of anticipating things that were going to happen. You were very attentive. You had your crew there. It's like, yeah, it was a mistake. And it was something that obviously my wife is never going to forget. Let's be honest. But but it was also something that I know you didn't do on purpose. I know it wasn't from a standpoint of like, you're just like laxy-daisy, just chilling. And it's like, just give her whatever paper. You were trying your best. And you can see the difference in that. And I try to look at that and say, like, we're not perfect. We strive for it every day, but we're never quite going to always be able to achieve that perfection. But I mean, I'm glad that you listened to me in that moment, because I think we've all had those moments in life where we just want to throw in the towel because of a big mistake. But look at the obstacle you overcame, not only from that moment, but mentally.
I've never screwed up like that again.
But mentally, and you as a wedding planner, I'm so happy to say, and I've told you that many times, I'm like, you've blown up and you've grown and you've expanded what you do and how you carry yourselves. I mean, the way you attack weddings nowadays, it's like, yeah, this ain't no rookie experience anymore. Like I'm killing it right now. And I'm happy. I'm glad that you listened to me, because you've made so many other couples
You're
happy.
Gonna make me cry for real. Like, stop.
No, you should. You should. We don't take enough time to reflect. You've made a lot of people have such memorable wedding experiences and have the flawless wedding vision come to life because you were there. They couldn't have done it without you. So you have to always remember that. And let's say if for some reason something happens again once in your life, I mean, you can't let that define you, because
I don't think if something were to happen to me now, I don't think I would let it define me. But that day it was like, and then you have such a reputable company, right? And I was like, they brought a rookie wedding planner. Like, I planned other events, but not weddings really. I probably planned like about 10 or 15 weddings up to that date in my entire life, right? So I did more, celebrity stuff, like, like press junkets and movie releases and things like that. So it was a little different, but you live and you learn.
You do.
Yeah. And that's how I met Christian. And then after that, he calls me one day. He's like, hey, I want to refer you to a wedding. I'm like, you sure about that? I'm like, you sure you want to refer me?
I mean,
and then that's it. And then after that, the rest is history. We've done like a million weddings together.
Yeah.
Since then, that was in 2019, right? And we're in 2023 now. So yes, so we've come a long way. So that's the story on how Christian and I met. So I am eternally grateful to him. I'm sorry, all my other DJs. I love you all, but I love him first. He's my work husband, and I will fight and kill for him.
Sorry, guys. I do share her from time to time. So
he shares me. I'm a little floozy. I like cheat on him. Like we have an polyamorous
for real
relationship. But my loyalty, I am a very loyal person, and my loyalty is to him. And so that's how it goes. And that's the story how I met Belinda from Sovereign V. And I think the other thing to add, how I always look at it now, thinking of that, because people always make jokes and comments. I say, even Jordan missed some shots. Michael Jordan. Oh, that's right.
One of the best to ever do it. Even he missed some shots sometimes. So like we all going to miss some shots every now and then. It's not going to define us. Right. So I'm happy that we met. I'm very fortunate to have you not only as a colleague or business partner in my life, because I consider you a big business aspect of my life, but also from a personal perspective. I care about you, and I'm excited for this podcast journey. So for those tuning in, we just wanted to give you a little deeper of insight of who we are. We're normal, everyday people. We make mistakes. We go through the ups and downs. And then that's why we're doing this, because we know that you're going through the same things too. And we want to help you.
Yeah.
So
it's not an easy journey, this wedding planning stuff. Like it's a lot.
It is a lot. And we've learned a lot. Not only from all the good we've done, but also from the mistakes we've made personally, from vendors and personally and stuff like that. So that is how we met. So thank you for tuning in to another episode here at the Wedding Potluck. This was a little bit of a bonus one, and we hope you liked it. It was a little bit, I guess not going to help you.
It was my idea.
Yeah, I liked it.
It'll help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll help them not to print their vows the day of their wedding.
There you go.
I had to throw that in.
There you go. Have it on somewhere handy.
Jen, I love you.
Yes.
Jennifer, I love you.
We'll try to have my wife on next time to
let's not. Let's not.
All right. Maybe not. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We hope to see you next time. This is Christian, a.k.a. DJ Menace, alongside
of Belinda, a.k.a. Sovereign B.
See you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Take care.
Thanks for tuning in to the Wedding Potluck, your go-to podcast for all things wedding planning. We hope you found our discussions and expert tips helpful in creating the wedding of your dreams. If you have a story you'd like to share or a topic you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out to us through our website, theweddingpotluck.com, or on social media at The Wedding Potluck, where you can also find more inspiration and resources. And remember, no matter how big or small your celebration, the most important thing is the love that brought you together. Until next time, let's raise a toast to love.